Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a scrolling effect as well as any other animation on Framer. If you're not familiar with Framer yet, basically Framer is a website or a platform that allows you to create and publish sites. So if you would like to create a website of your own, whether it's for your work or maybe for your personal website just to write about things, you can try Framer as one of your options. So we're going to start by going to framer.com. And here you can start to create your sites for free. So go ahead and click start for free here. And you can choose whether you want to continue with your Google or with your email. I'm going to go ahead and use my Google to sign up to Framer. Alright, so once we've got in, we will be able to see a workspace that looks like this. Now we're going to go ahead and create a new project. So go ahead and click on new project. And here we're going to go straight to the template section, so go ahead and click on browse template. I am not going to change too much of the content of the website because I just want to show you how you can animate as well as play around with your website on Framer. So I'm just going to try and find some free templates and we're going to start from there. So this one's right here looks pretty fine, and I'm going to go ahead and click use for free to start adding it into my website. Alright, so here is how the website looks like. I got several pages and I can see all of the page by scrolling around like this. And if I would like to add some more page, all I have to do is go to this plus sign sections right here, and then I can choose whether I want to add pages or maybe I want to add sections or navigation as well as menu. So you can go ahead and add up whatever you want for your website. Again, I'm not going to focus on the content for today, but we're going to focus on the animation as well as the effect that we can add into our website. So here is how the website looks like, and I'm going to try and take a look at the preview. So you can see that they already have some animations added, especially on the first page right here. So I'm going to try and take a look at each pages and change the animation according to how I want it to be. So I'm going to go back into my editor, and let's start with the navigations menu on top right here. If I click on it, the right side of the screen will show me all of the elements and all of the editing that I can do to this specific section. So in order to edit the animation, you can go ahead and click on these effects right here. So you can see that there are several things that you can choose. We have appear, we have hover, we have press, loop, drag, and then we also have scroll animation, scroll speed, scroll transform, as well as scroll variant. So I'm going to take a look at the hover options right here, and this is how it will look like if I choose the hover. And then I can also choose the effect for the hover, and you might not be able to see it here, but if you go ahead and play the website again, you can see that if I put my clicker on top of this navigations bar or navigations menu right here, it's going to hover like this. And if you don't like the effect for now, don't worry, you can always change it. So all I have to do is click on remove right here and start adding in my new effect. So let's say that I wanted to have the appear effect, and then you can choose the trigger, whether you want it to appear on the first time someone sees it or on scroll, or maybe you want to choose layer in view or sections in view. I'm going to use on scroll for now, and the directions will be down, and yes, I wanted to replay. And then you can also edit the preset. We got fade out, scale out bottom, flip horizontal, etc. Feel free to play around and choose the one that you like the most. And then you can also edit the effect furthermore for the opacity, the scale, the rotate, the skew, the offset, and then the transitions, whether you want it to spring, whether you want it to edit your stiffness, your damping, or your mass, or if you would like to add delay. So let's see what it looks like if I add, let's say, a 1 second delay, and then I'm going to go ahead and go back. And then let's see how it will look like. So go ahead and press this play button. And you can see that it went gone for a second and then it got back again once we scroll. So it looks something like this. I kind of like it. So next I'm gonna go to this text right here. So this text already have an animation. It already have an enter effect as well as the exit effect, so I don't think I'm going to play around with this anymore. I do, however, want to edit the section animation. So I'm going to go ahead and click on effect, and then I'm going to add the scroll animation, and the trigger will be, let's see what it looks like in layer in view. And then let's say I want to start to be looking like this, and I will allow the replay. For the preset, I'm going to choose, let's see how flip horizontal looks like. And I'm not going to play around with the enter and exit effect. I just want to see how it will looks like. So let's click this again. And you can see that it has the flipping effect, but it is a little bit too fast so that we're not be able to see it clearly. So in order to fix that, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on the scroll, and on the enter we're going to add a delay on the transitions. So here, let's say I want to add around 2.5 second delay. And I'm just going to close this and see how it will looks like once again. So you can see the flip is working with the delay, but I think it's a little bit too slow, so I'm going to go back and fix it. I think that I should change the delay to just around 1.5 second. I think that's quite enough, or 1.3. Alright, so I set it up to 1.3 and I'm going to see how it will looks like. Perfect, so that looks way better than the one before. And I'm going to go back and start working on my next page. So I'm going to see these pictures right here, or in fact this whole section already doesn't really have any effect on it. So again, I'm going to go ahead and add the scroll animations effect, and you can play around with a lot of things. Again, you can play around with the trigger, you can play around with the starting point, you can play around with the replay, you can change the preset if you want, and then you can even edit the enter as well as the exit effect. Now for this one, I'm going to choose layer in view for the trigger, and then let's see how it will looks like if I start it from the bottom. And then the preset is going to be, let's see, slide from bottom. And for the enter effect, I'm going to change the transitions delay to, let's see, just 1 second might suffice. So I'm going to change it to 1 second, and then I'm going to leave everything as it is. And let's see how it will looks like. So let's enter the preview mode again. Go ahead and click on this play button. So here are the animation that we've added so far. We got the animation for the navigation bar right here. We have the one right below it, and now let's try to take a look at how it will looks like on the last page that we just edited. So here you can see that the photo is not appearing. So I'm going to try to edit it and see what's wrong with the animation that we've just edited. Alright, so I ended up editing it to fading in. Once the section is in view, it's still a little bit too fast, so I think I'm just going to edit the delay for this sections right here. So go back to the transition and then add some, let's see how 1.5 delay looks like. Alright, and then I'm going to close this and go back to the preview section or the preview view. And there you go. We got it appears after the delay of 1.5, and it's going to keep on repeating every time I scroll up and down because I was choosing the scroll animations as my effect. So you can actually do that to all of your page, or if you would like to individually choose your elements, you can also do that by clicking on the elements that you want to choose. So for example, I want this one to have different effect with the one below it, so this one should have the press effect, and then I'm going to add the delay of 1.5, or maybe just one will do. So I'm just going to choose one as the delay, and then I'm not going to play with any other effect. That one looks pretty nice. Meanwhile, for the one below it, I'm going to go ahead and add the scroll animations effect, and I'm also going to change the delay for the enter to around 0.8, or I can also choose ease as my transition. I'm going to try and take a look at how it looks like, so I'm just going to choose this ones for now. Go back and let's take a look at the preview. Alright, and that is how this one looks like. As you can see, it's different from the top one as well as the bottom one. So you can play around with the animations as well as the effect according to your own imaginations. Feel free to play around with the tools that Framer has in order to make such a wonderful as well as interesting website. And that's basically it. That is how you can use Framer effect as well as Framer scroll animations. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.